And we believe that as moral voices of society, you must not take your eyes off the ball. The EC is the arbiter, the EC is the umpire, and the EC must not only be neutral, it must be seen to be neutral and non-partisan. To establish a new hospital, we can use to expand the facilities of the mission hospital so that it continues to provide service. Unfortunately, under the 111 policy, that has not happened. In many places, they are properly functioning mission churches, but the state has gone to put rival public hospitals, sorry, I don't know, I'm in the spirit, so.
Come to Sal Eagle Media. Former President John Dramani Mahama is talking about government not being able to partnership with the churches to build hospital, and then again he's talking about how the EC is doing her things. So they are very much aware that they are going to put their eyes on the ball until the game finish. So they know they are going to put their eyes on the ball until the game finish. Their general secretary to talk about the EC behavior, EC inconsistencies, about how he does the voter register and so many other things. So the NDC in there, they are focused. And your mama is saying that he is in the spirit, that is why he is making some pity mistake about mentioning churches and saying government referring hospital as churches. So let's listen to what he said about the EC and the hospital.
In terms of the establishment of health institutions. And so here again, government and the church have the same objective, and that is to provide quality health to our people. And so we cannot be adversaries, we cannot be rivals in terms of that. And so I remember when I was a president, I announced that where we have a properly functioning mission church, we will not go and put a rival public church in the community. The money we would use to set up another hospital, we will not put a rival hospital in the community. The money that we would spend to establish a new hospital, we can use to expand the facilities of the mission hospital so that it continues to provide service. Unfortunately, under the 111 policy, that has not happened. In many places, they are properly functioning mission churches, but the state has gone to put rival public hospitals, sorry, I don't know, I'm in the spirit, so. They are properly functioning hospitals that are managed by the churches, and yet the government has gone to put a rival government hospital, investing a lot of money to build a whole new hospital, when we could have put that money into the existing hospital managed by the churches. And so it creates a duplication of efforts, it's a duplication of application of resources. And so it's something that we need to look at. And my thinking is that we must forge a new partnership in the health system in respect of the public hospitals.
What is your view about former president's statement? So he's saying that the clergy and the all faith organization should warn the EC and the President Akufo-Addo about his appointment and the EC inconsistency about how she does her things. They are not going to leave anything and turn. They will be focused until they win power 2024.
Hospitals, and we believe that as moral voices of society, you must not take your eyes off the ball. The EC is the arbiter, the EC is the umpire, and the EC must not only be neutral, it must be seen to be neutral and non-partisan. Unfortunately, recent events do not give us confidence about this. Unfortunately, recent events do not give us confidence about this. This is a president who is appointing politically, exposed people into positions of trust where they are supposed to be neutral and non-partisan. And so people who have been communicators for the party, people who have been IT backstops for the party, today are commissioners of the Electoral Commission. How do you expect them to be neutral and fair in what is happening? People who were patrons of TESCON on campus are today commissioners of the Electoral Commission. How do we expect them to be neutral and fair in what is coming up? And so it means that we must be vigilant, we must be more alert. We as political parties are going to use the instruments that are provided in the Electoral Code to ensure that the election is free and fair. We're going to train our party agents, we're going to incentivize them to be vigilant on the day. We're going to make sure that we are at the collation centers on time and we witness the tally of the results. We're going to police the election every step of the way. But sometimes there are things that are difficult to control. For instance, our last complaint was about recruitment of returning officers. You heard Hobson Adoye on radio say that they took MPP executives from Kumau and brought them to a Jusu by-election as returning officers. And there are pictures of some of them who are executives. And we are not able to check it because the CI says that 14 days before an election, before the by-election, we were supposed to have the list of returning officers and be able to make an objection if we believe that somebody is a politically exposed person. We went to a Jusu by-election without the list of returning.
Commission's use of offline registrations, which could potentially cloak their inefficiencies under the guise of technical challenges.
In Ghana, politicians, you can't predict them. During 2012, they said elections are won in the polling station. These same people are now fighting the EC. So when did they realize that elections are won at the EC office? So you can't predict them. They know why they are doing it. If you have done something before and somebody is going to do the same thing on you, you will be struggling to fight against. That is what MPP is trying to do to NDC. It means that NDC has done it before to MPP and they knew it very well. That is why their general secretary is also on EC. So let's listen to NDC general secretary.
Challenges. Such practices not only undermine the integrity of the electoral process, but are also ripe for exploitation, including data manipulation and the introduction of errors that could skew the process outcome. This situation exemplifies what we term transpositional rigging of elections, where figures are shuffled between categories without affecting the overall total. In the OT region, the day 2 figure of 578 was erroneously swapped with the 3 figure of 1,515. Bono East recorded 2,252 per hour data. This figure will affect the total registered voters of 5,118 for Bono East for the 4 days as stated by the EC. It has come to our attention that EC registration officials, in collusion with elements of the NPP, are misusing the Ghana card extensively. A particularly alarming instance was uncovered at the Pusiga Registration Center, where EC registration officer Muhazu Al-Hassan issued a single Ghana card, used a single Ghana card to register 20 different applicants.